Going live here. Hello, Instagram friends. I'm practicing going live on Instagram while I'm going live on Facebook because at 9 a.m. this morning, I'm doing an interview. Actually, I'm being interviewed and it's live. So we want to stream it on Facebook and Instagram at the same time, which requires this remote setup. And I'm not very good at this kind of stuff, so I'm practicing on you. This is Daily Dose of Salt. I go live every morning on Facebook at about 7:30 Hawaiian time, and you're going to get to catch the behind-the-scenes Daily Dose of Salt in my new studio. Oh, hey, and you guys are there. Good morning, good morning, good morning, Facebook fans. Here we are in my new studio. So I look kind of blurry, don't I? Daily Dose of Salt. Got Instagram in the background. And, oh yeah, green eggs and ham on the stand. Why wouldn't I? Good morning, Gail. Good morning, Amy. Hello, Mark. Thank you. Looking awesome, feeling awesome. Hey, here's the message of today. Today I'm going to talk about competing with ourselves versus competing with other people and collaborating with other people instead of collaborating with ourselves. So what does that mean? Well, it just means kind of the culture of our society is, and we were raised this way from our parents, who were raised by their parents this way, and it's kind of the paradigm of competition. Like our job, no matter what we're doing, sports, business, anything, right, is to compete with other people, to be better than other people. The problem with that paradigm is if everybody has the same paradigm, if everybody's up to the same thing, if everybody's trying to win, well, then how often do you actually win? If everybody else is trying to win, everybody else is programmed to win, everybody else is committed to win, motivated to win. See what kind of chaos that creates? And what it doesn't create is harmony. Doesn't create relationships. It doesn't create fun. It doesn't create a community of people that lift each other up because everybody's trying to beat each other out. So you might just look at your family environment or look at your business environment and look at your relationship with other people and how that relationship with other people is designed for them to lose and for you to win, which in essence is to make everybody else feel bad about themselves so that you and I can feel good about ourselves, right? Think about it. I mean, that's why we have the pursuit of winning, like breaking the records, getting there faster than anybody else, winning the contests, outperforming everyone else, getting the recognition more than other people get, right? The essence of that is we feel good about ourselves at the expense of other people feeling good about ourselves. So actually our agenda is to make everybody else in our world feel bad about themselves so we can feel good about ourselves. I know that's an oversimplification and you guys may not agree with that, which is a reflection of your deep programming to be competitive as though it's some kind of moral imperative. And hey, I'm the same way, right? I have it baked into me. I love to be competitive. I love to compete with Kimmy, and it's a game. It's not serious competition so that I can feel better about myself and she can feel worse about herself. But too many of us take it beyond a game with people that we care about. And it's serious business, right? That's just the way we show up with other people is we win, they lose, they feel bad about themselves, we feel good about ourselves. So what if instead of the paradigm being competition, the paradigm was, hey, don't seek to gain your self-esteem at the expense of other people. Develop your own self-esteem based on, personal development, transformational development, a vision of worthiness, a vision of excellence, a vision of love, a vision of peace, a vision of value, so that you don't have to win contests and beat other people to feel good about yourself. So when you lift yourself up through a vision, which is the only way to change our identity, is, you like to think, well, if I go and do, that'll change my identity, but you don't go do until you believe, until you see. So you got to see it first, you got to believe it first, and then you go do it. And seeing and believing is all vision work. That's all creating a vision, creating affirmations of who you want to be, how you want to feel, how you want to think, how you want to act, how you want to do, and then lean into that as the vision takes hold, and then you produce the result. That's how you gain self-esteem. That's how you feel better about yourself. And imagine if you had the ultimate self-esteem. So, I don't know, maybe that's Jesus Christ or the Dalai Lama or somebody like that, right? Well, if you could just sort of imagine how they operate in the world, can you imagine them competing? Can you imagine them with a relationship towards other people of, I've got to beat you, I've got to be number one, I've got to win the contest, I've got to get the recognition? Can you imagine that in their personalities and their psyche? Hard to imagine, right? Why? Well, because they don't need it to feel good about themselves. So, which leads us to, well, what do we do with other people? Well, how about collaborate? How about collaborate with them? How about learn from them? How can we all get better by learning from each other and being creative with each other? How can we maybe set community goals or company goals or team goals that don't make other teams lose, but just make us better, right? How about if we collaborate such that we learn how to break our own records? Like if you want to compete with somebody, compete with yourself. Yesterday, I broke a personal record. Every day when I go golf, I am looking to get better. And yes, if I'm playing with somebody, I might compete with them. But it's actually something I'm working on managing, right? Dial down the competition and dial up the personal excellence. So yesterday, I, for the very first time, walked the front nine of the golf course, which is about a 3-mile hike, up about, I think the elevation is probably about 600 feet. And it's about 6,000 or 7,000 steps. Took me like an hour and a half, and I was pretty whipped when I was done. But I shot 1 over par, which is the best score I've ever scored on this golf course on the front nine. I kind of rode with Kimmy as she played the back nine, and she's like playing awesome. Really, really good for how new she is at golf. But the point is, what's more important, beating every other golfer that you play with or beating your own score? The only way you actually get better, right, is to beat your own score, like to improve your own game. And so what if we collaborated with other people, like get other ideas from other people, watch other people, study other people, get coaching from other people so that we can outperform our best? I mean, that's the way we live life in a growth curve, right? That we outperform our best so that every month, every year, every decade, we get better. We get more fit. We get more mentally fit. We get more emotionally fit. Our relationships get better. Our wealth builds up. Our experiences build up. We have more fun. We have more joy. I don't know if that's the way you want to live life, but that's the way I want to live life. Like, I don't want to get to a certain point and then ride out the clock like a lot of people do, just hanging on until you go broke or die. Like, I want, when I'm like 100 years old, I want to have some of the most extraordinary experiences I've ever had in my life. I want to have my best income year ever when I'm 100. Why not? Now, I'm not suggesting you want that, but whatever it is you do want, the idea is compete with yourself, collaborate with other people. If the idea makes sense to you, and my blurry camera this morning doesn't deter you too much, share this with somebody that it might inspire, because I'm sharing it with you. See you tomorrow on Daily Dose of Salt. Thank you for joining us, Instagram crowd.